Hey guys, it's Damien again, and I just wrote on my hand. That's lovely. Um, hey guys, okay, so I'm back. I have another video. I'm going to be talking. This video is going to be actually an answer to a question from one of my subscribers. They were looking for how to figure out pricing for a baked good product, a cookie, or a tea, or something to that effect. Finding out the price really of how you want to sell and price and what kind of margin you want for your product is kind of a tricky thing. But I'm going to try to break it down and make it simple for you to understand. When I came up with the pricing for my products, there was a lot of variables that I took into consideration. There are three specific parts to a product. No matter what product you make, there are three products to it, specifically a food product. There's three parts to it, and I'm going to go over that with you right now. So let's say you make cookies, okay? And you have a great cookie product. You want to make it and you want to sell it. How do I package it? How many should I sell? Where do I come up with the price? All that good stuff. Okay, so three parts to a product. Sorry, that was two. There's three. Three parts. All right. So when you make a food product, you always have ingredients, okay? You have to have ingredients to create the food product. So the first part is ingredients. I'm not going to spell out the whole thing, but you get the idea. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. My last video was 25 minutes. That's way long, way too long. Number two, the time. How much time does it take for you to put into your product, bringing those ingredients together to make a final product to package, okay? Time. Now that's another factor. And then three, packaging. Whatever you make, obviously you have to put it in a package. Now a package can consist of a lot of other parts. It's going to be a bag, maybe a jar, maybe a can. Then a label, and then either a sealer, which let's say it was a jar, you got to put a cap seal on the top. If it's a bag, you got to heat seal it. So you have the package. And that again has, normally what it will have, ours is consistent mostly of a bag, a label on the front, and a label on the back. Okay? So there's three parts to the package, but there's packaging. Any food product manufactured or made anywhere in the world, those are the only three parts to a product. Okay, so the first one, ingredients. How do I figure out how much it costs me to make the product when it comes to ingredients? Good question. This is where your recipe comes into play. Okay, you need to get your recipe, find out what your ingredients are, and then based upon your supplier, whomever you're buying those ingredients from, you need to break it down to however much of each ingredient is put into the actual product or the recipe, okay? What I mean by that is, I'm going to use an example of my candy because I can, off the top of my head, I can tell you exactly what it costs. So, our candy brittle, peanut brittle, okay? So we have a recipe. Everybody has a recipe for a food product, obviously. That's the backbone of what you make. It's the recipe. So this recipe has corn syrup, right? And then you have sugar. You have baking soda. Then you have the nut. For example's sake, I'm just going to use peanuts. You can use walnuts. You can use almonds. You got it. So peanuts. Okay. Let's see if I'm missing anything here. No, I'm not. Okay. And this is going to be our vegan. This is the one that doesn't have butter. Just for example's sake, this is a vegan recipe. We make a line of vegan products where we don't put any type of dairy or butter in it. So this is going to have 4 ingredients. Okay. Now, the recipe, based on the size of the recipe, the corn syrup cost me 25 cents. Okay. The baking soda, about 5 cents. 5 cents worth of baking soda. Okay, it's a teaspoon or something like that. Sugar. Now that cost me 50 cents. And then the peanuts cost me 85 cents. Okay. So we have $1.65. Now, this is a recipe that produces a certain amount. Okay, and I know I'm not talking to sound stupid to you. I'm just trying to tell you an example. This creates a certain amount. Now this recipe creates 3 pounds. Okay, So roughly 3 pounds of a final product, of a candy, a peanut brittle, 3 pounds. Now I sell this in 1 pound bags. So this recipe actually creates for me 3 1 pound bags that I charge $11.99 for. Okay? So you have 3 1 pound bags. Now, this is a super simple example of how to break down a recipe and then figure out how much it actually costs you to make. Okay? So, it costs $1.65 for me to make 3 pounds of this, and that's 3 separate bags. So, how much does each bag cost me? Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry, I had to get a little drink of water. So this was roughly 55 cents. When you break that down and you divide that into 3 1 pound bags, you divide that into my cost of that recipe, that batch. This cost me 55 cents to make, okay? Now that is only the first step, okay? That's the first step in the ingredients. Now, how much time does it cost me to make? How much time does it take? When I make a batch of this peanut brittle, it takes 15 minutes. Okay? So what you want to do is keep that in mind. Just for now, keep that on the back burner. No pun intended. Keep that on the back burner, but 15 minutes and then 55 cents per bag. Okay? Now, my packaging, my third and final part. How much does your bag cost you? My bag cost me 25 cents per bag. Now I have 2 labels. Now I did a video before that talked about this. I make my own labels too. I do it all in-house. I do it for literally pennies. 2 labels cost me 5 cents each. So I'm 10 cents into the labels. Got it? 10 cents. Now this is per bag. This isn't for 3. This is per bag. So I'm going to take my 55 cents in ingredients right over here. 55 cents, 25 cents, and 10 cents. Okay? So 10, 7, 8, that's 90. So we're 90 cents. Now, it cost me 90 cents to produce 1 pound of this candy that I charge $11.99 for. And you're probably thinking, holy moly, you charge $11.99 for a pound of candy? Well, yeah, I do. Now, the other question is, how did you come up with, where is it? There it is. How do you come up with this price? Good question. We sell it through multiple platforms that we have online, okay? We sell it on Amazon, I sell on eBay, I sell on Etsy.com, and I sell on my own website. Now, obviously, the biggest margin for me is going to sell on my own website because there's no middleman. There's no Amazon, there's no eBay, there's no Etsy, okay? Each one of those platforms, they have their own fees. The lowest one is Etsy, second highest is eBay, and the highest one at all of them is Amazon. Now, it's on Amazon that I do FBA, okay? Now, FBA, there's a totally different amount of money that is being taken out of the transaction because Amazon fulfills it, Amazon does customer service, Amazon ships it. FBA, like I said in my other videos, is a whole different ballgame. Now, I can make a listing on FBA and sell it from me just to my customers without Amazon fulfilling the order, and then I take a larger cut because Amazon's cut is smaller, okay? But what I try to do is I try to keep my price points on all my platforms the same, okay? Now, the amount of profit and the margin, like I just said, the margin is going to vary on all of them. It's not going to be the same, and that's okay. But I go as high as $11.99 because after FBA fills that order, this specific product, by the way, my peanut brittle, I do FBA it. I don't do it myself. I make the product, ship it to them, and call it a day. They take out around $6, okay? So that leaves me with $5.99, okay? So out of doing all of this and then shipping it to them, boxing it, and getting it to UPS, all of that stuff, I got to put time into that. I can ship out, it takes me to process, normally I do about 12 bags, 12 pounds, 12 bags of peanut brittle to 24 bags. It varies somewhere in between there. So for me to process all that, take it, bag it, label it, heat seal it, there's a process to it. I have probably less than an hour, okay? And I know this is going into detail, but I'm going to explain to you of how to efficiently make as much money as you possibly can without putting so much time into a product. Okay, so our cost is 90 cents. I'm going to erase all this. And we charge $11.99, right? Okay. So what I'm going to show you is how much do I actually make for the time part. Remember I wrote down time and I didn't go into detail with that until now. We got the ingredients, you got your packaging. Now how much is your time? How much are you making for your time? Okay? All right. So this particular product, again, is Amazon FBA. So I get $5.99 a bag after all the fees and everything's done and my costs and all that stuff. Okay? All right. And I send out, let's just say, for example, 24 bags. Okay? So now, excuse me 1 second. Okay, so I just checked my handy dandy calculator really quick. So sending out 24 bags, I can process 24 bags in less than an hour, okay? Processing meaning creating the labels through Amazon on my computer, getting it set, creating the shipment, boxing it, everything that I need to do to get my product done in a box and then to Amazon. How much time do you put into it, Damien? About an hour, maybe a little bit less, okay? And that's 24 bags, labeled, heat sealed, the whole nine. Okay, now watch this. 1 hour worth of effort, worth of work, okay? I ship the product out, Amazon gets it, it's in their inventory, I'm done. I wash my hands, I move on to the next order, I make something else, or I put more stuff together to send to FBA. My profit is $5.99 a bag. I just shipped 24 units to FBA. I see that already. I see that it's not sold yet, but I see that as sold. It's done because I'm no longer part of those orders. It's all on Amazon side. Got it? $143. That is my profit for selling 24 bags of candy, making $5.99 prop. Where it is? There it is. Okay, $5.99, right? I make $143 an hour. That's off of one product, okay? Yes, this product hasn't been sold just yet. The money's not in my account. Technically, you're right. But with FBA, the beauty is that it's already done. In my eyes, it's already done. It's gone, okay? I'm just waiting for the next couple of days when my customers buy all that out, and I got to make more of it. So how much time does it take for you to produce the product, package it, box it, and ship it out to FBA? Or how much does it take for you to box it and ship it to your customer? Either way. I can pre-make this and have it sitting in my warehouse. I get an order for it, I can ship it out immediately and ship it out immediately and over and over and over. But out of all the time that I put into it, $143, that's what I make in an hour off of one product, and I make over 500. So I'm only telling you this as an example. I'm not trying to tell you to brag or anything like that. I'm just telling you that is if you understand how much time it literally takes you really to make batches of product. If you make cookies, great. How many cookies can you make in an hour? Box them and sell them. That's the way that you factor in how much you make. Okay? That's how I do it, at least. So the 3 key parts to any product, just in closing this real quick, I got 14 minutes on the video already. It's way too long. Figure out the 3 parts, okay? Packaging, ingredients, and your time. Those are the only 3, okay? The things that are, you know for a fact that you can literally, with numbers, you can find out for sure is the cost of your packaging, obviously, right? The cost of your ingredients. You know how much you pay for your ingredients. Look at your recipe, figure it all out, break it down. Like I buy, for instance, really quick, I get 25 pounds of sugar for $10, okay? I actually weigh out the sugar per recipe, per batch. Weigh it out, find out exactly how much it's costing you, okay? And then every ingredient that you have there going forward, do the same thing. Now, the only variable, the only tricky part is your time. But that can be solved by doing this kind of equation. Figure out how many units you've got. What is your profit from selling that, okay? And then how long did it take you to put all of these together, those 24 bags, you know? And then from there, you can estimate that's how much you make. So $143 an hour on one product. If you can make a variety of products, don't ever stop creating products. Don't ever stop creating. If you want to do cookies, there's an infinite way to make cookies. You can appeal to everyone's taste. You know, you can make gluten-free cookies at your home. There's recipes to make gluten-free cookies. And they get a premium, okay? Put these all together. And when you have a huge variety of products to choose from, now you're appealing to the masses. That's why Walmart is Walmart. Whether you like them or not, that's not the point. At the end of the day, they didn't get as big as they are by offering 12 items, you know, or 5 or 6. Try to expand on it and see what you can either resell or see what you can make, and then bring all those together. Sell. My motto is that we have 80% of what we do are products that we make, and 20% is stuff that we flip, okay? And there's a purpose for that, because I might sell on one week enormous amount of stuff that I make, okay? And then I don't sell a lot of stuff that I just buy in bulk and resell. Now, I might end up making a ton of stuff that we resell on one week, and I don't get a lot of orders for cookies or candies and stuff. And that's fine. That way you keep this constant flow back and forth of orders, and that's what you want, you know. So I hope that helped. I hope that little equation kind of explained it to you. And again, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments. Give me feedback. I appreciate everybody who's commented. And again, put a little plug in for my other channel. It'll be up soon. I have a few videos that are going to be uploaded to it. Right now, I'm still building kind of the backside of the channel, putting up information. So let me know. If you have any other questions, please let me know. And if you have someone that maybe a friend or a family member who wants to sell food and they may be interested in my videos, please share my videos with them. That'd be great. You guys, thank you very much, and I hope you have a good night. And again, I hope this helps. If it doesn't, ask me another question. Thanks, guys.